right, we're going to try this again. Some beautiful shots here of the 2025 World Mini, the second annual put together by vurbmoto. Of course, it's been going on since 1972. Welcome, Zach. We got to work and show this thing off to the world. Welcome back, man. Let's wrap this thing up. We got so much to say.
Yeah, it was a ton of fun. If you can call that work, then I'm ready to work 24/7 because another fantastic event, great racing, great track, all around great time. Look at the trophies that people were bringing home. Incredible.
Dude. Holy cow, look at that. Yeah, some people brought home, like we're guessing 45 feet of trophy. Like you up like 5 classes, you won 6 foot of trophy a class. So there were some happy people, and parents are going to have to add a new wing to the house for sure. That's the calling card of this event, though. Long motos, timed, everything's down to the minute, big fat trophies, and just a fun environment. And that ambulance, folks, did not move one time. So I'm here for that.
2 years in a row, but let's knock on wood.
That's right. Knock on some wood.
My desk is actually wood, so I knocked on it. Hey, we were supposed to probably do this Sunday because this is the Sunday show, but you know what? Everybody had red-eye flights. You guys had to head to the Delta Lounge, have a few last beers while we're in Mesquite.
Whoa.
Back up. Chase and I drove all day yesterday.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, maybe a few days lag here, but that's what Nevada does to you around casinos. But we did walk out maybe $100 up, so $100 and a lot of trophies.
If you walk out with any money in your pocket from the Vegas area, dude, you're doing something right.
I counted it this morning. I think I'm up like $23 between the 500 and World Mini. So I call that a win, boys.
That almost makes up for the $20 I lost taking Wes's gambling advice.
Oh.
Well, I took no one's gambling advice in the airport and threw 10 in and won $5.
Wait, was that the 10 I let you borrow? So you owe me $5?
Yes.
Well, you should Venmo. Oh wait, you can't.
Can't do that.
Hey,
one thing we haven't talked about this entire show, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, is we actually have pros. World Mini is not just for minis. It's a long-standing tradition in amateur motocross. Ron Hendrickson called it the World Mini Grand Prix, but it's always been the entire contingent of bikes, little bikes to big bikes. And we haven't really covered the pro class, but we're going to. We had 250A on Friday, right, boys? 450A on Saturday, and then Open A on Sunday. So we're going to watch Preston take a little start here in 450A, and you guys can tell us how this format goes down.
Yeah, and speaking of Preston, we're talking about the number 80 of Preston Kilroy, who rode everything he could get his hands on, and he got great starts. And Zach, I don't think he ever started more than second or third place. Like, here's another great start from Preston Kilroy.
Yeah, this has been the tail of the tape. He did, honestly, the same thing last year as well. This guy has dominated the A classes at World Mini the last few years, but the start's been crucial. We had some bigger names. Obviously, the Bruff boys were in there, Chase Allred, Revin Gordon, to name a few, but you get out front like this, and it's hard to track down Preston Kilroy.
Yeah, Max Miller was there as well, and it took him a while to kind of get heated up, but this guy started off at 100 million degrees and never let up. Preston Kilroy, like, he's just clean, dude. Everything he does is spotless. I don't think he ever had a dab. Like, if he was racing trials, he would have had the lowest score as well, even while in a motocross moto, which is insane here. So I enjoyed watching that guy. Did he what?
Go ahead, Gray.
Did he not clean up everything last year too?
I think he won every moto.
He did. Yep.
That's So you have a time qualifier, which is for gate pick, and that will put you on the gate for both of your pro motos, both your 250 motos, and you'll do another time qualifier the next day for the 450s, then another one for the opens. He won all the time qualifiers, all the motos, 9 straight motos.
Well, and on top of that, we had qualifying practice earlier, or just free practice. No Preston Kilroy to be found, and that was all weekend long. The first moto of his qualifying race, that was his first lap around the track every day. We had some different personality in the track every day as well. So this dude, he's got confidence, to say the least, at Mesquite MX.
I mean, that's
another one of those guys who doesn't care about qualifying was Gavin Rupp. In the qualifying, he just rode around, and we talked to him. He was like, get warmed up later, and by the end of the day, he did some really, really impressive things.
Yeah, well, he was working to throw water. Yeah, he wasn't even worried about the race. He's picking out where he needs to work on the track next.
Yeah, of course, Gavin, McCoy, and all the Bruff brothers work at this racetrack. Their dad's running the whole thing up top in the eye in the sky. They get out of a water truck with gear on. They shared a dirt bike. One of them had to share Kawasaki's. I'm like, you guys are the quintessential motorcycle family, and they haul ass, dude.
Dude, they can ride.
They finished about 5 seconds off of Preston Kilroy. I'm like, how do you not have a national point? None of them have ever scored a national point, and I'm still just blown away by that because they rip.
That last moto, Gavin worked half the moto, and he actually caught around Max Miller, who does have national points.
Yes.
And Max was just like, I don't know where he came from. And on the podium, it was so cool because Gavin goes, I've looked up to Preston my whole life. And Max is like, I've looked up to both of you guys my whole life. And it's just like what a bro down. But sick race though.
Yeah, it's
It
really
really
cool,
was,
that
man.
family atmosphere, because I believe Preston is dating a family member of the Bruffs as well. It's a
He
niece,
is.
I believe. And so it's pretty cool to see how close they all are, and they're broing down after the races. But make no doubt about it, I mean, anybody with brothers knows if there's one guy you want to beat, it's your brother. We had a couple of Bruff battles throughout the weekend as well in these A classes.
Yeah, and their name is BROUGH. So look them up in the vault or whatever, because they're all over the place. They've been
think
doing it for a long time.
You mentioned the pro points. I think they were Gavin or McCoy was
21
at Lakewood from
Yeah,
Gavin points.
Thunder Valley.
Yeah,
But
and
they've
the
all
oldest
three
brother
qualified.
the older brother got 23rd at the GP, not just the pro national, but the GP at Glen Helen. He got 23rd against all the Euros and the Americans. So to even make motos out of GP is legit. So those dudes deserve some. They're the fastest trio of brothers that you've never heard of. They have to be the fastest three guys, right? I mean, I know there's Stu and
100%.
Alessi,
100%.
but they're all within like a few seconds of each other, which is pretty gnarly. And one of them's like 7 foot tall, another one's 5'3". So I don't know Gary's pass.
And not one of those guys looks like they would ever ride dirt. Like they look like water truck guys when they get shit, freaking moto guys.
You said that. They look like water truck guys. Yeah, Gregg Albertson brought his water truck guy down, and it was water truck guy, and the Bruff boys won. Let's check in with some other highlights here. What do we have here?
Taking like this is 85, 12 to 14.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Dylan
Graham, no surprise at all. Out
Yeah,
front.
he was really good, man. His bike, I don't think they washed it more than one time because it was always clean. He was never had to wash his gear. The kid was good, man.
Yeah, I don't think he started further back than, again, second or third. A couple of those guys really had things down. Traxton Phillips there as well, another rider we said a lot about. Had a couple of mistakes, and he's one of the younger riders, I believe, in this 12 to 14 class.
Yeah, he's only 11 years old racing against. He's like a freshman playing varsity. What do you got, Chase?
Where do you think Dylan stacks up going into Loretta's, Kevin?
I mean, as an 11-year-old in that 12-13 class, he's got to be. He's obviously top 10. Gets a start. I mean, he's
I
clean.
think top 5 is a win for him. Like
I think
he's
top
11 years
5,
old.
being on the bottom of that age scale, come back with a big fat 4 on your bike, because you get to rep that number, top 10 next year on your plate. So
You guys
I think he'll be.
Colin Graham's 11?
No, we're saying Traxton Phillips is.
Oh, right. Okay, got it.
Sorry, yeah,
Coming
he's a little bit
coming
off.
into an 80 class, the single-digit number is pretty awesome. Cooper Webb did that one year. I think he had 7.
Yep, that was bold.
What's his name came in the PW class. Ryder DeFrancisco came in with a number 1, a returning champ. That does not happen. Millsaps did it, and Ryder did. There's like 2 or 3 people that have ever done it in the 4 PW class.
You know what's been cool about the 85 and Super Mini classes at World Mini the last 2 years is we've had 2 totally different groups of riders. You think about last year, we had the Dane Pappas, we had Wyatt Duff, some of those
Nolan
big names,
Ford.
and then Nolan Ford, yeah. And then this year, it's kind of, once again, it's the same level of intensity, back and forth battles, but it was the Dylan Grahams, the Traxton Phillips, Jake Willis. I mean, there was a ton of riders flip-flopping around those top 5 positions.
Yeah, and I think the depth is what's really going to interest
you see
people
the
in
finger
coming to
gun
this
there?
race. He did. There's a lot of finger guns. Cooper Webb
Yeah, there
and
it is,
Chase
yeah.
Sexton. That's dangerous, dude. I guess there's no carry permit laws out here, bro. It's the Wild West.
It's Nevada, baby.
He's going to the
man.
gun club after this.
Yeah, he's going to the gun club.
He's actually in the gun club. Look at Moto 2 of 85, 69, 11 over here.
Yeah, and I think I saw them at the casino till like 3 in the morning. Oh, get some of that. That's one of
Sideways
the few
into
issues
another.
there.
Oh my! Imagine having a perfect weekend and corner 2 of the last moto. Oh my gosh!
That was Beckham Smith, and that was Traxton Phillips in this class, Zach, I believe.
Okay, yeah, maybe I'm getting the 13 and the 15 confused. Oh, yeah, that's Colton Terry. Sorry, Colton, on the 15. And then Traxton Phillips, same graphic design, if you will, on the 13.
Look at how these classes are. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, and they don't tame the track down for the minis. They give them the same big, huge, gnarly hills and whooped out straightaways, big rutted out. Like the track changed like throughout the weekend. We had 3 different racetracks, which was cool.
Weather conditions. Like we had a windy day, a rainy day, and a desert day. I guess we're in the valley, huh?
And 2
And then it
beautiful
snowed.
days.
And 2 gorgeous days. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're getting something. It's like
Look
Loretta's.
at these little guys.
How cool is it that Jet Rao was also in this class? He did a 365 class and this 85 class, so he did 4 total classes just so he could get extra points to try to move up into the first place in the Vert Prospect app past Max Shane.
Speaking of Jet Route, he just passed to the lead right now. I think he does.
Guess he's trying.
Past me.
Yep.
Yeah.
I actually .com pass of the day.
It should be.
Not to give a little foreshadow, but I filmed his last couple corners, and we got a surprise for you at the end.
Oh,
yeah.
Look how good he is.
He does look really good on an 80.
He's getting comfortable on it too.
He's huge on a 65 though.
Yes.
Like he's getting torn up hills and stuff.
Funny story. So I was telling Sarah Whitmore about who we'll see her later. The what's her name? The girl, Kevin. So
Yumina.
Like, Yumina Birding.
Yeah, Yumina. Yeah, she was. I was like, she was battling with Jet Rao, and Sarah goes, yeah, I know Jet. I used to race his mom.
Yep.
Who was
That's
also
right.
racing this weekend. Yeah.
He was racing her husband.
Pay attention to this clip real fast. This is the last lap. We're coming 2 corners to go.
This is a championship.
Yeah, he had to get the win. Beckham Smith, I believe, is trying to
Had
chase
to
him
get the
down.
win. And oh
Right
my
there.
God.
Oh,
Now you're going to see Beckham Smith come by in just a minute.
What you
and
can't hear is he is screaming right now. He's freaking out. And I'm just pointing the camera like a jerk, but it's what my job is to do.
And there goes the championship right there on that KTM. He cruises right by the 23 of Beckham Smith and checker flag. They're dancing in the streets, Dripping Springs, Texas.
And I believe after that moto, most of those guys had to go run to the gate and get under 65s for a moto coming up.
yeah, they weren't trying to be rude, but like Jet Rao came up to me on the podium. He's like, "Hey, can we make this quick? I'm on the line. Like, I gotta go."
Bye, Zach.
So I was there. Jet Route came on the podium to say we didn't make this quick out of moto. Hey, Zach.
Hey, I'm back.
Zach had to leave, dude. He's out.
Dude, gotta go.
I had another moto. I was on the line.
It's all good. We can handle it. So a little bit of technical difficulty. I don't know if did Wes put the hit out on him or something. So
Dude, Wes did not
Jet
hear
Route.
that story. He's like, oh, Jet Rad. Zach, come on, buddy.
So yeah,
Hey, Wes, by the way, the horn
Zach,
button's the top right button on the board.
you were saying that Jet wouldn't take his helmet off because he had to get back to the line so quickly. I was actually down on the line filming on the start line, getting shots, and his parents were there packing the gate, getting his bike ready, and sweeping it all
See,
off.
Zach.
Before that next moto. So that was pretty crazy. Another cool thing about the Rao family is they're I believe, the only 3 family members to qualify for Loretta's and race all in the same year. Dad qualified, mom qualified, and Jet qualified. I think it was 2021.
Yeah, the year Garrett followed them around, Wes. I think it would have been 21 or maybe 22.
that is
It was the year
insane.
that we followed them around. It was the year after that. Justin, their dad.
Was it the year after? Okay,
He
that's
had a
right.
broken
Hey, Zach.
foot in 22, so he didn't qualify that year. But I bet you this year, because even their mom, Tress and Justin, they were both out racing.
The same class. I think, did she beat him one moto?
Yeah,
So how
no,
crazy is
he
that?
crashed. She crashed
okay.
right there on the tabletop. We're like, oh man, what happens if they take each other out? Well, she took herself out, and then
Nah.
he had to cook dinner, I guess.
Think about the amount of bike work that goes in on that family. Four
Hell
classes.
no.
Dude,
And then mom and dad.
Is,
plus
No.
is Jed doing his own bike work? Just like he's a 65 guy. Mom
I got
and dad
this. I got this. They're all different RVs, all spread out. I did talk to, Daniel Blair and, of course, Randy was there, and they were talking to Ryan Villapoto, who's like mini dad, like his hair's falling out. Like, this dude is, he goes up to the line, and Randy goes, hey, man, hate to bum you out, but your kid's tire's flat. He goes, fudge, like he cusses, and he just picks his kid up, tosses him to the side, hauls ass. His kid has no idea where his dad just went. He just disappeared on the bike, and Randy has to tell him, act as his dad, hey, your tire's flat, and your dad's going to get it back. And anyway, so they were just full moto family. The Villapotos were. That's
I'm
funny.
seeing them out there.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got a ginormous RV with 2 bikes in there. It's like 80 foot long. He's got like 2 little bikes in there. All right, moto number 2. What do we got here, Wes?
We got the 450B class, and we you guys talked about this on the Sunday wrap-up show, but there is quite a standout, maybe the standout.
Yes, dude.
Colin Russell right there. He came and turned some heads this week at World Mini.
He
Yeah, he
carries
was
his own
hauling.
head, actually. Watch the last couple races. He does them.
Whoa, you whipped it so hard, your helmet,
Dude, wait till there's actually I don't know if we have it in here, but I think there's an interview about how sick his whips are, and I did some digital slow motion so we could watch his head whips.
I'm all about it.
Yeah, Holland, I think, caught a lot of people off guard. And what I thought was interesting was the consistency and the aggression that he showed. Because, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but he's come out of nowhere for me. I'd never heard of the guy. And, I mean, to beat Trinity Bachelor, Grayson Townsend, and to do it, make these passes quickly like that, that's a statement.
Yeah, the dude he's unorthodox. If you talk to, like, Daniel Blair and Gregg Albertson, they're like, yeah, I don't know what to tell you about the riding style. All I know is the dude hauls ass. Like,
I think I figured it out. It's a mix between Jason Anderson and Landon Cooper. Like, he just hangs so far off the back west. You know, you filmed Landon his whole life, dude. Like,
it was pretty cool, though. I during the qualifying motos on Thursday, I don't think he won any of them, so he didn't really stand out. And I remember the first moto of Friday. Maybe it was 250B or something. I'm out there filming, and he passed back Shane, and I just remember being like, "Who the hell is this kid?" And
I interviewed him when he got the podium, and like he looked like his personality is how he rides. He's just like looks like a surfer, bro. Like, full on Spicoli.
Sick.
Like, his interview was awesome. I've never talked to him ever. He had great like media training for.
Are you a World Mini champion? I am today, dude.
Yeah, bro. No, I think we can. I don't know if we can hear it, but I definitely got to interview with him at the end.
He's going to be the new Sean Borkenhagen. We're just going to run with that. Borky's from your town, bro, Huntington Beach. He was before you, probably.
Hermosa Beach, bro.
Is that where it is?
That's right.
Oh, well, he's at Huntington.
Yeah, basically. We're lower HP, they're capital HP. Okay, wait, let's hear it. Let's just
pretty awesome race. Track is sick. Got a good start, and all I had to do was run my own race. Beautiful track. Blessed to be out here. Glad we got it done. Can't say much more than that.
How about all that style off the last 3 finish line jumps, dude? Tell me about that.
Just trying to have fun, make the most of this. It's a blast being out here. I can't complain.
I am about it.
And hope to be here next year.
Wow, that's straight. Him and Keanu Reeves need to hang out at Point Break.
Straight up, dude.
He's ready to go rob a bank.
Yep.
Yes, put a ski mask on him. Let's do it.
He robbed quite a few dudes of some championships.
Dude,
how many did he get? 3? Chase,
I believe so.
Did he get 3 championships?
Did he not get them all?
Yes, he got 450B, 250B, and I think Schoolboy 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow,
yeah, I believe so.
If anybody wants to watch, or you got to listen to it right now, the Sunday wrap-up show with Daniel, Kevin, and Gregg Albertson, they talk about Holland and the style, and Daniel breaks it down a lot. Tons of praise to this kid. Standout of the event. We will have a video version of that coming out after this one, but we needed to do this one first before that one. But, that's the way things go. Vegas, you don't know night or day, whatever.
So if I'm him, I already changed your last name to Ass. It's Hauling Ass. Like, what
Hull.
like, dude?
Yeah,
like,
it's a marketing.
It's like the Joe Dirt thing. I kick a wing, kick an ass. Like I go Hauling Ass.
What's his middle name? I bet it's
Ass, dude.
Yeah,
it's HMA, hauling mad ass is what it should be. That dude shreds. He's fun to watch. It's not the classic elbows up and very precise, because you watch Grayson Townsend, this dude is that's how you draw a rider up. And then this guy right here is like,
yep.
Whoop.
How does this kid do at Loretta's? Like, can you come out of nowhere and win the B class at Loretta's?
I mean, I guess at the end of the we'll know in a little while, but I feel like Daniel and them said it best. When you have to kind of slow down and be a little more technical, like Loretta's demands you to be, then we'll see. Because you can't just go crazy flying at Loretta's or it will bite you. But damn, dude.
Well, I mean, he did beat Grayson, who also won 450B at Loretta's last year. I'm not wrong on that. So, like,
no, you're right.
We've seen this a couple of times too, though, with like Levi Kitchen, Shane McElrath, RJ Hampshire. Kids that just like either develop late or don't have the support or whatever, and all of a sudden they hit that age and they're just on it, So it's not unheard of, but it's
no, he's got AP vibes. He's got AP vibes.
AP vibes.
AP's not the most technically locked in dude, but the dude rips.
Right. Yeah, I was super impressed. Most
crazy.
impressive.
He's top 500 all-time rank in the vurbmoto prospect app. I just looked him up. He's 466 with the national 2025 rank of 140.
Hey, Zach.
It's not often that I don't know a kid's name, so I'm pretty impressed.
Yeah, I feel like I called him at Mammoth. I've seen him before, and Mammoth's the only other West Coast thing I've done. And I feel like he absolutely did work up there too, but I could be wrong. I know I've seen him.
This kind of reminds me of like that year at Loretta's when Dakota Alex was like a nobody and was battling with Cooper Webb and AC. And by the end of the week, he had a Red Bull helmet. Like by the end of the week, we were like looking for Holland Russell to be up front. And at the beginning of the weekend, we're like, Who is
Oh,
this
he's
dude?
good.
So
He's pretty solid. He's hanging around.
Yep, I think it could be a big year for him to say the least.
He's got
For a guy like me who just like never had met him, and he takes off his helmet, and I'm like, what interview am I gonna get? And I got that one, and I was like, I'm a fan.
A great one. Yes.
He won Arizona Open last year, 2024.
That's what I'm saying.
And then he's got three championships at the Cal Classic. So
Oh, wow.
There you go.
So he's on fire.
Bro.
Yeah.
hey, you come to World Mini, you get noticed. Let's go, boy.
Well, here's the thing. All that West Coast stuff here, let's move on into moto number 2. What class is this? It's my picture so tiny.
85, 13 to 15. Another Dylan Graham win.
Golly, man.
Well, I
This
spoiled
dude
it.
is,
Sorry, everyone.
Oh,
thanks
nice.
a lot.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Hey Chase, tell me about the new Minecraft movie too. While you're at it.
Don't do
Chase is
that.
really good at this, man. Freaking tell us about the race, bro.
What else, jerk?
Hey, look, it's Tuesday and the race was Sunday. I think people will probably see the results. But
We'll
be all right.
Yeah, the
we'll be
real
all
race
right.
was behind Graham, actually, because he had tie scores between Jackson McCarthy and Jake Willis, 3-2, 2-3 scores. So Graham was, I mean, the dude was in control. As long as he kept it up on 2 wheels, he handled his business. And the bike, like I said, man, they didn't watch that bike.
drone out there.
That's right, man. That was a great addition. That kind of happened last minute. And, dude, I think they're going to be a massive part of your program going forward.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they don't realize how much dirt bikes are about that for film.
I would be
Yeah.
curious to see what Jake Willis is walking away with if he would have gotten better starts all weekend. Because, Kevin, how many times did we see him outside the top 5 at the start of the race and then works his way into a podium position every time?
Yeah, he had to work his way through. And that just comes with polishing your technique, getting everything dialed in. Are you good on grates? I mean, we're starting on full-on grates on concrete, so that's not all races feature that, so that's a kind of an acquired taste. They had those gates cleaned up, though, man. I rolled in. There's a handful of dudes down there just sweeping, man. Just the
they were
boys were
working
down
hard.
there.
Yeah, who were those guys?
Yes.
I don't
Who
know.
was-
Unsung heroes.
Jake Willis, he's a Sean Hackley guy, right, Wes?
Yeah.
I was going to bring Sean on for a cameo. I forgot to send him the link to come log in. So we just got to give mad shout out to Jake Willis. It was pretty cool. He's a New Mex kid. He was in Texas with Sean. They decided to come last minute. I was like, dude, no choice. And he knew he had to send it. And so after he started doing good, his parents decided to fly in and spend the weekend. And at the end of the week, I think he had 3 second-place trophies and a first place. So
Outstanding.
Referred to linear feet of trophies. He had quite a few feet himself. And
That's
he was
bitching,
able
man.
to get Dylan in one of the motos straight up past him.
I also thought he had lit kid of the week. He's got like straight up 1991 style gear on, big jersey. It was awesome.
That's
What
the
I found
Mended
out
stuff.
is Mended is actually
Yep.
Malcolm McCaskey's
Yep.
new thing. They're doing everything from gear to underwear and briefs and all that stuff again. So Sean was telling me that because I was like, same thing. I was like, dude, I love the Euro look you're rocking.
That's straight 1993. Jeremy McGrath sent a solo that's full on ripping it off, like in a good way. They just kind of rebranded that look. It looks awesome. Checker flag is out. It's done.
Oh, another figure gun to no one. No one even behind him. Just gave one.
Well, everybody's
Dylan Grant
getting
is
it.
sick. It's crazy. You guys kind of talked about this the other day, but training facility kids especially just have picture perfect form starting from 50s. Go back to Jet Rao or Beckham Smith that we've been watching. Even Armbruster that's in the 50 class that swept a bunch this week. Freaking A, their style is perfect.
We posted a 65cc clip on the Verb Instagram. I think it was Monday, and it was just like the 65 style is unreal. And Ricky Carmichael is even blown away. He's like, these kids nowadays are so much better than we ever were.
It's 65 Pro. They're pro level talent. They're just on small bikes.
Yeah, RC commented on it, so I thought it was cool.
And then on the exact opposite end of the scale are the guys that kind of, I'm not going to say avoided, but just didn't have the money or maybe the results that lended itself to going to a training camp. So they kind of create a style the first 3 or 4 years as an amateur, and that kind of just stays with them. Levi Kitchen, that's a guy. Holland Russell, Aaron, all those dudes just kind of had this thing that they kind of just stuck with because they didn't get it ingrained to their head, elbows up, center of the bike.
But it makes them so much more technically sound, though. You stay safer on the bike, you haul ass, and I don't know, you're just set up for success for the next 20 years. So I mean, I don't know. It like we said, it's like watching the freaking pro class. Every class is pro now. 50 pro, 60 pro,
Yeah,
for real.
pro.
Yeah, I think I'm just saying there's just a different way to get there. Like I think of a snowboard, skater, BMX guy where they're like they have their own wild, crazy style. And that's what I think of with Holland Russell, just completely unique.
Speaking of style, these 85 9 to 12 guys in Michelin of the day, they have so much style, and they all want to win so bad. Every single, like even there's battles for 15th place. They're not giving up.
This might have been the best moto of the week, as you'll see. The top 5 for like pretty much the whole moto were just battling.
Oh my gosh!
So we got Parker Hatt out front, Beckham Smith right there. Actually, I'm sorry, that was a battle for second right there. But Parker Hatt won the first moto of this, so he knew championship was in his grasp if he could make all these passes stick.
Yeah, and as we calling that race, they were side by side for almost 2 laps. We're like, get out of here! Like, how are you that even? And that showed how even the track raced out too. That was
Wes,
so fun to watch.
When I was out there, I was like, wonder where Wes is. And I saw you halfway up the mountain, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to see this footage. So Wes is actually standing a quarter of the way up our Mesquite horsepower Michelin tire hill. And look at all this footage.
I decided I could not go the whole week without hiking the hill a few times. So it was cool though. Ryder Hansen, number 9, out front, battling with Parker Hatt, the 518. It was some really cool shots, as you'll see here. It's a very, very rad vantage point. Beckham Smith right there in tow.
It impressed me how much these kids were moving around. Like so often, especially on the 60s and 80s, you see those kids find a good line and stick to it. And they were switching around all day long, all weekend long, even. Depending on where the track shaped
I can only imagine how good. I know what he was trying to say is you have to move around this racetrack because the guy's got the preferred line in front of you. So you see the rider going there on the outside, and they'd all kind of worked. I don't think Zach's internet's working, but the line choice and where
he's
he
using a 2003 Verizon MiFi card that he can plug in with the USB 1 cord, and he just can't find it right now.
Zach and Luigi both live in Charlotte, and neither of them. Do they just have internet in Charlotte? Like, what's going on down there, man?
It's 2012 internet, just now getting it.
Shout out to Traxton Phillips in 4th, and then that's
look at these kids.
I would love to tell you.
Stein in 5th, I believe.
Evan Stice, I would love to tell you more about. I don't have the results on this, or I would have hooked you up.
Hook him up, Kevin. Ryan Stice.
Ryan Stice. Yeah, Kevin, it's Parker Hatt, Ryan Stice, Ryder Hansen.
Why do I not have these?
Might be page 2.
It's in the show notes, buddy.
Smith wanted to win this one, and then he went down.
Oh my gosh, dude, Beckham is scary. Oh man, he's so little on the 85 too. Like you can't. Oh my gosh.
There's Graham
the
there.
Top of the hill, Parker Hatt makes his way around.
Ooh, you passed somebody right there. That's nuts.
And then these dudes just decided, I think there was 3 or 4 laps left at this point, and they just literally never let off.
Let the boys race.
So this might have been the moto of the day and the battle of the day all in one.
Yeah, and
oh my gosh.
Props to Michelin for showing up. Randy was scouting some dudes out and then handed out some swag. He had lots of free Michelin. Normally they give you like a koozie and a sticker. He had like tie downs and like legit stuff. I'm like, I was like, all right, that's pretty badass. That hill, that turn right there decided a bunch of motos. If you could clean that left-hander, I mean, it would kill you if you did not clean that first turn. Like that guy. That looks that was Zach's internet right there.
And then he went down. So
like Zach's internet.
Smith to catch up, which put Ryan Stice in the 3rd position.
Leg swag was flowing, man, flowing. Unlike Zach's internet, man.
Yeah, big leg swag weekend, bad internet weekend for Zach. Huh?
Only $10 extra a month to go fiber, Zach.
Yeah. Your stick-to-itiveness is awesome.
We have a side chat going on, and Zach just texted me and said he's about to flip his desk over. So, guys, let's go easy on him.
You
don't want to mess up that dial-up internet.
Yeah.
After a full moto battle here, Parker Hatt 18 versus Ryden Hansen, number 9.
God dang.
Kevin, like you said, that hill was a big decider, and
look at him
right there almost cost Parker that number 1 spot.
Whoa.
And you could tell who had motor. Holy cow. They'd come off side by side, and Holland Russell worked most of the guys he was challenged up that hill. Get some. There's a tear-offs there. Boom, blow some kisses. He's going to go
Yeah,
talk to
those all
Zach.
these little guys, they all like are really stoked for each other. Like they're still having fun racing, even though they race hard. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, they'll hate each other
Yeah,
soon enough.
Oh, yeah, it's coming later.
There goes the guy says he's over it. That dude's pulling out. I'm getting the hell out of here.
I had 250 Moto B. I shot most of this from the tower, and it was a cool vantage point. But dude, these guys race, man. The Max
What the
Shane
fuck?
and the
Yeah.
Alan Russell battle. It's really
There's
wonderful.
Russell's in third. Shane's just in front of him, and I knew Shane wanted to go home with a win. Greg was up there with us watching. That's one of Gregg Albertson's guys there, and he goes, he wants it so bad. But man, Russell's just the guy right now. This weekend, he was the guy.
I mean, and shout out to Trinity Bachelor too for running in there. He actually, I think, won a qualifying moto, and
He did.
He started off the weekend looking like he was the guy, and I'm sure he was the guy that raced.
So I heard Trinity. I think they're based in Florida now, and
Him and Grayson Townsend grew up racing each other
so
their whole lives.
he flew back, got a new bike from Hymus's dad, and then they drove down and raced on the new bike.
Okay, so it's
yeah,
not
he-
his shake. It hadn't had a chance to even shake that bike
No,
down.
I mean, it was basically a brand new motorcycle
Awesome.
he was racing. So, yeah, I mean, he had a great weekend too, man. He was battling up front. And I
Look
think
at
he
these
had like
guys.
4 or 5 podiums. Yeah, so
We've seen the number 5 of Gage Dunham a few times too. He's in third right now, and huge shout out to him. He's been at this event the past few years. I don't know how many events he's done on a big bike so far, but he came into his own by the end of the week on the big bike here for sure.
Yeah, and this was his best moto. He had been a 4th, 5th place guy the whole way through, and this is the battle for the number 1 spot. Here comes Holland. He's about to flex his motor here. Look at this motor.
Look at his style.
Bro, he's got some style and he's got some motor.
And Wes, you
Shane's
bring up that
fought
hill
him.
before. It's no joke before.
This whole track's no joke. The RMX crew, Gary Ruff and crew, they put a lot of water in it and just let it eat. It gets rough. It's definitely not a track I want to personally ride. It's badass to film.
Yeah, and the cool part is just about 100 feet, 200 feet in the other direction on the same property, we have the Junior World Mini, which is basically a full-on beginner's first phase of making your way into World Mini. We're all here. There's a full-blown racetrack. They had all the normal classes for beginners from 50s all the way up to the big bikes.
Tony Alessi was teaching start.
He was, to his daughter. So he was stoked on that. There's Holland Russell. He was pumped. There's Max Shane. He's going to come across here in a minute and finish up second.
There in second, wasn't it?
No, I think Townsend was out because he had tweaked his little
yeah, he
wrist.
had crashed.
There's Holland Russell. There's Zach Herrin. There's somebody getting a text. Like, bros, yeah, man, I was fucking crushed.
He's kicked out. It won't even let him back on.
Too many attempts.
Hey, Zach, thanks for being on. Thanks for doing podium interviews.
Thanks
There
for
he
trying,
is.
Zach.
Yeah, he's
Can we?
still.
Yeah, all right. See you, Zach. There's
Listen to Brody Moss.
Brody Moss right there.
Cliff 710.
You're
Go ahead.
sick.
What do you got?
Me?
Yeah, you're about to say something.
Oh, I was
No.
saying I just love his gear.
Okay. Man, that's very insightful, Jason.
The nickname,
Yeah.
but I love the back of his jersey. Little SA, Jake
Yes.
Willis.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, wait a minute, that's Willis. And no, it's Little S from New Mexico. Terrible
Let's
accent.
go to Crane again for some more insight.
Yeah, what do you got, Craig? Oh, look at that bike. It's
So
red.
all my little essays were when I didn't write my college papers. I wasn't going to be a school guy, but these
Little
guys
essay.
battled another class, like there was always battlers, 14th or 6th or 7th. And Brody Moss, I mean, he cleaned up on this, but I still love, Brody Moss. We had two, Brady Olson and Brody Moss. My gosh, we had two.
Yeah, Brady Olson was on the 125 in the schoolboy, and he and Brody Moss fought each other pretty heavily in the schoolboy class. Of course, he's given up some horsepower. Well, he's on a 125. He's on a super mini, but that's what you like to see, a kid on a super mini. If he can get up there and battle, which he was with a 125 of Brady Moss or Brady Olson. And there's Willis again. I think Mobley Rowe was in there on one of the better looking bike gear
The
combos.
101.
That's
The
a 710
101.
though. He looks like Dane Pappas to me. They're both Roar the Leac gear. They both have similar styles.
Did Brody Moss clean his bike once all weekend long, or just? I mean,
Maybe just then.
He did lose a moto or
I think he just fell right then. I
championship.
think that was him, right?
They're Willis's gears. I was speaking of earlier. These kids crazy. Like as a shooter, like you're looking around, and you see the battle for first, and the battle for third, and the battle for fifth, and the battle for eighth, and 12th, and as a shooter, like it makes shooting so much fun.
It's funny how we're watching these highlights, and every class, 5 to 10 is just stacked. You're able to just pan the camera back, and it's yet another battle. So
look at that
we
horsepower.
have a lot of depth here at World Mini.
Yeah, and that's what you want if you're a kid. Like, I don't want to drive 10 hours and win every moto and not have anybody to race. And there's plenty of people that are, top flight guys. That kid right there is what I'm.
Great prep for Loretta's, and a lot of these kids are going into regionals and stuff. Like, they need to be battle tested, right? So I think, coming to an event like this, and like you said, having a class full of 5 to 10 fast guys, like you need to get some gate drops against your comp going into regionals and Loretta.
Track gets worked like a real massive conference track. Oh, I got that shot too. I forgot about that.
Oh,
Jake
buddy.
Willis. God
I
dang.
shot that and edited that, and I feel like I just watched it right now for the first time.
Man, that was exciting. Yeah, that
Those
was.
kids pop back up that quick, man. Made of rubber.
I like how you just said, screw it, I'm going to go back to our leader. He's good. And he just flashes right
awesome
with my
pan, guys.
It was.
Well,
That's a pro move.
Mowgli Rowe was able to move into second because with Jake going down, and I believe
Brody
saw
Moss.
another guy go down earlier too. So Mowgli Rowe got into second, gets 2-2 on the week for Super Mini 2, second overall.
Yeah, and going back to why this race, for me, I would want to use it as a prep race because everything's timed out. Loretta's is timed out. The motos, we give you, I think these guys ran 7 laps, 7 2-minute lap times thereabouts. They're long-ass motos, so you're going to earn it here.
I remember Moto Sandbox crew came last year, and Jace Baker were like, holy shit, we should have brought more fuel with us. We didn't realize you get nearly this much track time. And every time I've spoken to him about World Mini since then, dude, we burned some fuel.
So, folks, burn some fuel coming all the way out here. Here we go.
Oh, here's
More
some 65
bucks.
guys. Look at these classes are stacked.
Yeah, 65 might have been, or the 50s. Those were freaking, you had like 5 kids that are going to be top 10 at Loretta's. You have 2 or 3 kids that are going to win Loretta's here.
This is the class I was referring to earlier, Kevin, with Yumita.
Yumita Burning, yep. She's on the 141 KTM. That's
so impressed.
Beckham Smith, and there's Jet Rao in there. That's Eli Tomac.
Took a massive crash.
Correct.
There she is.
There's Yumina right there, dude. She absolutely
Style
is.
for days.
She's top 3. She was hanging on to the number 2 spot for, I don't know, the better part of 5 laps. Jet Rao could not get around her, and it took him forever to do it.
One of the best battles of the weekend were those two just going at it.
There's
so,
Beckham.
Hey, sorry to interrupt, the West Verb SoCal headquarters library edition has closed. I'm going to walk outside. You guys keep talking.
That's still awesome.
Loose program here, boys. Loose program.
She is this fast. Like Jet Rao, national champion, multi-time national champion, and she is just saying, I don't care. Not getting past me.
No, and there were several times where he literally, like any other person, he had the pass made, and she's like, nope, not happening. She just fantastic. I can't give her enough praise, man. It was fun watching her. I love it. Jason's just still making his way through here. This is so good.
Loose program, boys. We got a guy in the office, guy with no internet.
Yeah, we got a guy that we don't even know where Zach is. We have no idea.
Zach may have gotten kidnapped.
His internet's so good, he can go anywhere on the planet and walk around with his internet.
Oh, yeah. Back to the bottles.
So there's Yumina again. She is still fighting off Jet Rao. Like, this is lap after lap after lap. And they were slowly gapping the rest of the field behind them. There's Yumina there.
It's not like Beckham Smith's pulling away.
No, they're only 3.5 seconds behind them.
They are in pace, dude. Unreal. Beckham Smith.
Those kids are going to race each other for a really, really, really long time. I've said that from the whole library.
Boom. There it is. Check that
out.
And
the respect out there, too, man. That's still cool to see. It won't last long, but I like it for now.
Yeah, if the parents can play nice, man, that's where it starts. You'll see the division there. The parents kind of dip apart, and it's over. That's a big trophy, kid.
Oh, that's bigger than him.
Big smile.
Trophies.
Schoolboy won. So this will be Brody Moss and Brady Olson. There's Moss on the Super Mini. Olson just in front of him on the KTM, and that was a good test there for him. That's my gauge. Like when you talk about elite Super Mini riders, I saw Ricky do it. I saw James do it. I saw Alessi and those guys do it. They would ride Super Mini and almost win Schoolboy.
Yeah, it's
AC is good too.
Correct. You are absolutely right. So that's. I'm not saying this is the deal, but that's just kind of how I'm measured. Like you're getting a whole shot and almost winning Schoolboy 1.
Two of my biggest standouts who I didn't know much about this weekend were Holland Russell and then honestly Brody Moss. I didn't know much about him. He was, I mean, every moto, every race, just consistent, good starts, everything, man. Like he was, and I don't know why I keep thinking he's Australian. The Matt Moss thing, I don't know. I keep thinking he's Australian, but he was, I liked him a lot, man. I was super impressed with Brady Olson too as well.
Yeah.
Brody Moss, though, is crazy. 54 all-time rank in the Verb app, and I agree, Chase. I had never heard of him before this week. 2025 rank 125. So what's right about World Mini? I mean, any amateur national, really. Like you go there and kids have a chance to stand out, and you get to learn new names. Even Olsen here, hadn't heard of him. So it's like you're watching these kids ride, and you're like, how do I not know who this kid is?
And they're so fast, dude. They're so, look at them.
And Moss is right there with him. So we're talking he's within dust shot of that rear tire. So,
yeah. And to your point, Wes, I mean, I think that's what I still love about amateurs. Like, you go to East Rutherford, it's going to be Sexton and, blah, blah, blah. But you go to this or Mini O's or even Mammoth, and it's like, who's this kid? I've never heard of him. Like, or, he grows a foot over the summer and he comes in and, just crushing it.
Dude, even Brady Olson in the app, all-time rank 56.
Yeah.
Crazy.
45, national rank 33. Like, I should be fired from my job for not knowing who Brady Olson and Brody Moss are.
Yes, you should. Yeah.
Okay, I tell you what, this Olsen kid in the qualifier moto, he got the lead, and now this one, but he got the lead, went back to third, got the lead again, crashed again. Like, this kid has so much heart, so it's actually cool to see him take it away.
yeah, not get all bummed out and like just whatever. Hey, you set your mom and your sister there hanging out.
Farmers market, guys.
And what's crazy is Schoolboy 1 there was the second to last moto of the week. The final moto here, we're going to go on board with Max Miller for the very last moto, Open Pro, Moto 2.
It's my dog.
Loose Pro.
Yeah.
This is the Motorsport GoPro featuring Max Miller. So
Hey,
this was 1 o'clock on Sunday at the World Mini.
Oh my gosh, look at the Bruff brother.
There's a Bruff brother.
Can we actually got this comment. I think it was Cody Dar, and he was like, helmet cams are back. Yeah, World Mini they are, baby.
They are, baby. And they
Shout out
should
to
be. They're
GoPro.
freaking.
Probably,
Yeah, man.
perhaps the one and only benefit of not being AMA, we are allowed to run GoPros on top of the helmets, and the riders are juiced to do it too, man. We ran some on Gavin Townsend this week.
Trinity Bachelor.
Grayson Townsend, rather. Trinity Bachelor. Brody Moss did one. Max did one. Preston Kilroy actually did one. So, the riders love to do them if they're allowed to. So, and what a vantage point. It feels
What a perspective.
Feels like you never get this anymore. So this
You missed it.
the GoPro mixed with the Camworks FPV is pretty much the perfect mix.
I have full GoPros coming out on Verb and GoPro Moto, but go to our, if you're listening, go to our Instagram and watch the Grayson Townsend pass on Trinity Bachelor.
Yeah, he puts it right in there.
I mean, it's just right in there, man, and you just don't you don't get that anymore. I mean,
well, and Grayson worked all week to get to pass somebody, so I was really happy to see that for him.
So it's shout out to GoPro for sure for obviously hooking us up with the GoPros and everything. So it was it's really cool to have that point of view again.
Man, this is Max Miller's best ride of the day, and it's going really good until one of the Bruff brothers continues to just freaking harass him. So last moto of the week, you're like, bro, let it go.
There he is. There he is.
There he is. Damn it, this guy will not leave me alone. And the guy knows his way around the racetrack. Look at that.
This
And
is
it's
pretty
not
crazy.
even about like
Last moto of the week, the conditions are still this good. Race is done at 1:30 on Sunday. That's pretty badass.
Yeah, get you on the road.
and Gavin being part of the track has nothing to do with his skill. Like that kid just rides it. And he warms up at the end of the week. He doesn't care about qualifying. And Max warmed up the week too. But this was such an awesome race. And to see what they said at the end, like they were like, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go in on you." He's like, "Oh, it's committed. You're fine." Like it's so cool. These guys race this hard. And aside from Preston Kilroy, like I don't know if I've ever seen anybody go faster on this track.
No, Preston's got a wire, dude. You can't even see Preston.
For 2 years in a row.
Allred had the fastest lap of this moto, though. He was
Really?
he had a bad start and worked his way, I think, up to fourth, but he was hauling.
Yeah, and I don't let the fact that it's their track because he doesn't, this place is not open. Like this is their last race.
It doesn't ride in all year. Water's
It's the last race until like October. Like they're done here.
It's that family from the dad, the mom, to all the brothers and their work ethic, and I just couldn't be more impressed by a group of people.
And the race is running on time. If for some reason they get done early, they still wait to go to a race and know I'm at 12:45 no matter what. I just can't imagine. I mean, back growing up, I thought about the whole time, like knowing that this time class at this time, and as a racer growing, like as a back of the pack racer growing up, you're just sitting there waiting for what moto's next, and you never have to do that here.
And if it says 12:45, that means your date drops at 12:45, not 12:44.
On the dot. It's awesome.
It is to the second. They stay on time here at World Mini, which is a huge plus to coming here. Long motos bring lots of fuel, so you start with 15-minute practice, then you get a 6-lap qualifier, and a two-moto format, which are about 8 laps apiece. So
the pros did 12 laps too.
Yeah.
We're really hoping that this format and way of doing things help stand out in the amateur motocross community, and the kids recognize it. And Kevin, you probably talked to a lot more kids than I did. I was out there shooting the whole time, but ultimately, I feel like a lot of families and the racers themselves really like the event for all these reasons, and then the 6-foot trophies as well. So, you take it away and let us know your thoughts. I mean, granted, we are paying you. This is paid promotion, Kevin, so don't talk shit.
You're getting paid?
No, I'll tell you one thing where you missed the mark completely and almost got myself and Brett Stallo beat up was the Oklahoma Land Rush. That was the 6 and older egg Easter egg hunt. We walked over there with our speakers. We were about to do the launch, and there was there's about 300 kids, and then I just stand over there. And they just all take off, and the parents are like, "Hey, we've been talking about this the whole weekend. We've been looking forward to this. My daughter has been." I'm like, "I am so sorry. I'm just the announcer." But
we're about to have sign up in classes for the egg rush. You have
we had two separate tracks. Yeah, man, there were separate tracks. There's like 300 kids for the older division, like 150 young divisions. They all followed the rules. We made sure we rewarded them with that. But yeah, no, it was good, man. The motos are long, and I do enough of these I've done Minios. I've done the Texas races, Mammoth at Loretta's, Barbara.
20-some-odd years at Loretta's.
Yeah, I've done all the Loretta's. But so this is what you need, man. If you're trying to get there, riding at your local home track against the same guys, against a beautifully prepped track that doesn't rut up, it may be fun, but it's not going to. I mean, it's just not going to get you ready. And if you need something to stepping stone race, and you need to come do this, man, kind of see where you stack up. You still have time before you head down and go into like hibernation in the training facilities from the regionals to Loretta's, which is kind of what happens.
Yep, the RMX crew makes sure that it stays wet and ruddy, so that it's very East Coast similar. I do know Kiefer has said this is the most similar dirt to the East Coast on the West Coast. So very good practice here at Mesquite World Mini, and hopefully we'll see everybody in 2026. We do have one more show coming out whenever I get around to it, maybe later this week. I've been away from my family for about 2 weeks now. My kids are dying to celebrate my birthday with me.
I can hear them in the background.
I was hanging banners last week on my birthday instead of celebrating it with them. So my kids are dying to bring me a cake and sing me happy birthday. So I'm going to go do that.
Like I did, Wes?
Yep. Yeah.
I got video of it. I got some video of the birthday dinner too.
So, hell, boys, this was good. World Mini 2026. We, I don't know. This
2025.
It is funny to. Well, I meant next year.
I was like, what?
When we left the other night, this is like one of those things I wish we could do again in a month, because all the things that you think about and want to improve, and you got to wait a whole year. It's not like you can go race and do it again next weekend.
I agree with you, man. Let's do it all over again. Oh, we got the echo.
Chase, you took off your headphones.
Oh no!
Oh man!
What happened? New program.
So hey, shout out to Zach Herrin, man. Well done, dude. A lot of insight from Zach.
Thanks for sticking through all the way to the end, man. Really appreciate you.
All right, let's bring this thing to an end here before we do anything else. How else can we screw it up?
We screwed it up every which way we could, especially if you go look back at the Thursday show, Friday show, Saturday show. Now this one,
Yeah, it was a mess.
But, hey,
This is a mess.
That's what's great about the program.
That's racing, baby.
Hey, go crack another Coors Light, dude. It's cool, dude.
Yeah,
I am
bro.
Coors Light out.
I am out
this
of it.
weekend, and I'm wondering what the farmers market he was being yelling about turf parks about. So we're gonna go check the farmers market, guys.
I'm gonna celebrate my birthday tomorrow, so I'm gonna go have a Coors Light.
Chase,
so
what's
I'll
your big
see you guys
plans,
later.
man? What's your plans, Chase?
I have him
Oh,
muted.
Nice. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
we're
Oh,
so
sucks, dude. I just
God.
probably
Hear it
call,
all, dude.
sick. All
go
right.
pet my cat, girlfriend.
I'm out.
See you, boy.
See you guys.